KoKo Language Learning, Listening, and Shadowing Podcast.
Hey everyone, Jacob here, and I am so glad you've joined us for another deep dive. It's really wonderful to be here with you today. How have you been doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, always excited to dive into a new topic. And hello to you, our listener.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the KoKo Language Learning Podcast. We're here to help you boost your English skills. Hey, especially with listening comprehension.
Exactly, and with shadowing practice too. We really hope these deep dives help with that.
They do. And hey, if you find this helpful, please remember to, subscribe, maybe give us a like or share it.
Yeah, it honestly makes a huge difference for us. Keeps us motivated to create more content like this for you.
Definitely. Now, before we really get into the thick of it today, maybe a quick English tip.
Oh, good idea. Okay, so just a quick one for you. Did you know there are loads of common ways to introduce a new idea or point when you're talking?
Mm-hmm.
For example, you could say, to begin with, or maybe first off.
Or even something more casual, like let's kick things off by talking about.
Exactly. Lots of options to keep your conversations flowing.
Okay, cool. And speaking of kicking things off, let's introduce 3 key words you'll hear us use today, just so we're all on the same page.
Good plan.
First one is acrasia. It sounds a bit fancy, maybe.
A little bit.
But it's basically that tendency we sometimes have to act against our own better judgment. You know you should be doing one thing.
Like going to the gym.
Right. But you find yourself, I don't know, scrolling on your phone instead. It's that internal kind of struggle.
Got it. Acrasia. Okay, what's next?
Delayed gratification. This one's super important. It's the ability to resist those immediate rewards.
Like cake.
Like cake, yeah.
Right.
Resisting that immediate reward for something bigger or better down the line. Choosing the future you over the instant you.
Okay, delayed gratification. Makes sense. And
Yeah.
the last one.
Momentum. Think of it like once you start doing something positive, even something really small, it just becomes easier to keep going, to build on it.
Yeah.
Like pushing a snowball, it gets bigger and easier to roll. It's a psychological thing and not just physics.
Momentum. Got it. Acrasia, delayed gratification, momentum. Okay.
Perfect.
So just really quickly, here's what you get from listening today. Over the next, 10, 15 minutes or so, you're going to get a really clear picture of what self-discipline actually is.
Yeah.
And probably more importantly, lots of practical habits, actual strategies you can use to build it up in your own life.
Yeah, we'll talk about how to start small, how to get past those common roadblocks.
Right. The things that always seem to trip us up. And
Yeah.
how to make discipline feel, well, more natural, part of your daily life.
So you can actually achieve those goals and, live a more fulfilling life.
Exactly. So have you ever, set a goal, maybe a New Year's resolution, full of excitement?
Oh, yeah. Every year.
And then, a few days, maybe a few weeks later, you just lose steam. That feeling of, I know what I should do, but I just can't make myself do it.
Totally. That's the struggle, isn't it?
That is the core struggle for so many of us with self-discipline. So today, we're diving deep into why that happens and, crucially, how to overcome it.
Okay, so let's kick things off properly. What is self-discipline, really, at its heart?
Well, simply put, it's The ability to control yourself, right?
Yeah.
To make yourself work hard or behave in a certain way
Uh-huh.
without needing someone else nagging you or telling you what to do. It's about making choices that line up with your values, your goals.
Even when it's hard.
Exactly. Even when distractions pop up or temptations or just that feeling of, I really don't feel like it today.
It's like having your own internal compass. Yeah. Guiding your decisions.
That's a great way to put it. An internal compass. You know, we often mix up self-discipline and self-control. They sound similar,
They do.
but there's a difference, isn't there? A lot of people think discipline just means don't do that bad thing. But it's more than that. How does it really differ from just self-control?
That's a really good point to clarify. Okay, so think of self-discipline as leaning into resistance.
Reining in.
Okay. Yeah, it means taking positive action even if you don't feel like it. Like dragging yourself out of bed for that early workout when it's cold and dark.
Ooh, yes. Know that feeling.
Right, that's discipline. Self-control, on the other hand, is more about holding back, refraining from those immediate rewards.
Oh, okay.
So, like, not eating that second slice of cake or not checking your phone every 2 minutes when you're trying to focus.
So one's about doing despite resistance, the other's about not doing despite temptation.
Exactly. Action versus restraint, basically.
That makes perfect sense. And wow, it's so important, isn't it? Because self-discipline really does feel like a superpower sometimes.
It totally does. It's what lets you achieve those big, long-term goals that really matter to you.
Like learning a language, or saving up for a house, or starting a business.
All those things. Discipline is what helps you show up day after day, even when it's challenging or boring. And, studies actually show it helps reduce anxiety.
Really? How so?
Well, when you know you can count on yourself, when you see yourself making consistent progress towards things you value, it builds confidence. You feel more secure, more in charge of your life.
That makes sense. It increases your freedom, your choices. Because if you don't have it,
Then you risk being controlled by, every little urge or passing feeling, which can lead to feeling insecure, like you're not really steering the ship.
yeah, it reminds me of, wasn't it Plato who said something like, the person best suited to govern a city is the one who can first govern themselves.
That's the one. It really shows how fundamental this is, doesn't it? It starts with you.
It really does. Which, okay, leads to the big question. If it's so important, why is building self-discipline just so hard sometimes? What makes us stumble?
The $1,000,000 question. There are definitely common reasons.
I think one big one is what some people call the addiction to comfort. We just naturally stick to what feels easy and familiar.
Even if it's not actually good for us.
Right. Because change takes effort. It feels uncomfortable. It's like this internal battle, isn't it? Part of you, your like authoritative self wants to make good choices for the future.
Yeah, the planner part.
But then there's the other part, the weaker self maybe, that just wants comfort right now. Instant gratification.
That push and pull is constant. And we often make mistakes that actually make it harder, like relying only on willpower.
Oh, I've done that. Just try to power through.
Exactly. We try to just resist temptation through sheer force of will instead of, say, planning ahead. Like maybe don't buy the junk food in the first place if you know you'll eat it.
Right. Make it harder to fail.
Precisely. Willpower runs out. Good planning is more strategic.
Okay, what else?
Another big one is false hope syndrome. Basically, having totally unrealistic expectations.
Like thinking you'll change everything overnight.
Exactly. Starting way too big, expecting instant results, and then getting completely discouraged when inevitably it takes time and effort.
Yeah, that crash is painful. And what about stress? That must play a role.
Oh, hugely. When you're really stressed out, your self-control just plummets. It makes sticking to disciplined habits so much harder.
Okay. And not thinking about the long game, like sustainability.
Yes. Trying to make super extreme changes with no breaks, no flexibility, it just leads to burnout. That's why things like planned cheat meals or rest days, if you use them smartly, can actually help you stick with something long term.
Finding that balance.
It's all balance. And one more big one, waiting for the perfect time to start.
Guilty. I'll start Monday.
Right. Or I'll start when I feel 100% ready. But that perfect moment almost never comes, does it? You just have to start.
So things like procrastinating, focusing only on what's not working, quitting right before a breakthrough, making excuses, not asking for help.
Yeah, those are all classic signs of, well, self-sabotage, really. We need to learn to spot them in ourselves.
Okay, so we know why it's hard. How do we actually start building this superpower? Where do we begin?
It really starts with the basics, mastering the fundamentals of just well-being. Think of these as the foundation, like the absolute must-haves.
Exactly. And number one, non-negotiable, sleep. Getting enough quality sleep is critical. When you're sleep deprived, your self-control, your decision-making, it all takes a hit.
So, like having a consistent sleep schedule.
Definitely. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends, as much as possible. It makes a huge difference.
Okay, sleep. What's next?
Nutrition. What you eat genuinely fuels your brain and body for discipline. Processed foods, lots of sugar, they cause those energy spikes and crashes that just drain your willpower.
So, aiming for more whole foods.
Yeah, things that give you steady, sustained energy. And then, of course, exercise.
Knew that was coming.
Huh. But it's true. Regular physical activity doesn't just keep your body healthy, it literally strengthens your willpower muscle. It improves discipline in all areas of life.
Even just short bursts, like a walk.
Absolutely. Even a brisk walk or a few minutes of intense movement can make a real difference.
Okay, so sleep, nutrition, exercise, the fundamentals. What about our surroundings? Does our environment matter? Massively. Optimizing your environment is a really smart strategy. Start with decluttering.
Cleaning up.
Yeah. A cluttered desk, a messy room. It often leads to a cluttered, distracted mind. Clearing your space can actually help clear your head and improve focus.
I can see that. Makes sense. And what about phones? Technology.
Oh, that's a huge one today. Technology management. Learning to unplug is key. Maybe setting a digital curfew, like no screens for an hour before bed.
Good luck with that. But yeah, I see the value.
It really improves sleep.
Yeah.
And just resisting that urge to grab your phone first thing in the morning, maybe wait 30 minutes, or keep it out of the bedroom altogether, removes a massive distraction right away.
Okay, practical stuff. Now, what about inside our heads? Mindset shifts.
Yes, this is where it gets really powerful. Shifting your mindset is crucial for making discipline stick. One big idea is working on your positive self-identity.
How does that work?
Well, instead of thinking, I'm trying to be someone who reads more, try framing it as, I'm a reader aiming to read even more.
Ah, so owning the identity first.
Exactly. When you start seeing yourself as that person, your actions are much more likely to align with that identity. It feels more natural.
That's really interesting. Our internal story matters. What else?
Self-awareness, just understanding your own triggers, your patterns. Why do you procrastinate? When do you procrastinate? When does your energy dip?
Noticing those little things.
Yeah, like realizing, oh, every time I check my phone before starting work, I get sidetracked. Or noticing that little voice that says, just this one time won't hurt. Knowing your weak spots lets you plan for them.
Okay, self-awareness
Yeah.
and goals. We need goals, right?
Definitely. Setting clear, realistic goals. Goals give you direction, they give you motivation, but the key is realistic.
Not the change the world by next Tuesday kind.
Exactly. Break big goals down into tiny, manageable steps. Baby steps. Setting goals you can actually achieve keeps you from getting discouraged. It builds momentum.
Okay, this next one sounds intriguing. Embracing discomfort. That doesn't sound fun.
It's not always fun, but it's incredibly effective. Consciously choosing the slightly harder path actually builds your mental willpower muscle.
Like how? Give me examples.
Okay, maybe taking a cold shower for just 30 seconds, or waking up 15 minutes earlier than you absolutely have to, or deliberately delaying gratification, like waiting an hour to check social media.
And this actually changes your brain.
There's research suggesting exactly that. A specific part of the brain, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, the AMCC, seems to get stronger, literally denser, the more you exercise your willpower by choosing discomfort. It's like training a bicep.
Wow. Okay, embracing discomfort, train the brain.
Yeah.
And lastly,
This one might seem counterintuitive. Cultivating self-compassion.
being kind to yourself. How does that build discipline? Seems like the opposite.
It does seem like it, but it's crucial. Discipline isn't about beating yourself up when you slip. That just leads to shame and giving up. It's about kindness.
So, like mindfulness, noticing thoughts without judgment.
Exactly. And forgiving yourself when you make a mistake, learning from it instead of getting stuck feeling bad, using positive self-talk. Okay, I slipped up, but I'm learning and I'll try again instead of harsh criticism. It makes the whole process sustainable.
Kindness, not harshness.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So let's get really practical now. Daily habits. What can people start doing like tomorrow morning?
Yes. Morning rituals. Some call it the art of discipline because how you start your day really sets the tone.
Okay, hit me. What's first?
Wake up immediately. First alarm. No snooze. Maybe try that 3-2-1 countdown trick. Just count 3-2-1, go. And physically get out of bed before you can think about it.
Ooh, okay. Simple but hard. What next?
Make your bed. Seriously. It sounds tiny, but it's an instant win. A small act of order that creates a feeling of accomplishment. Admiral McRaven gave a famous speech about this. It creates a positive ripple effect.
Make the bed. Okay, then.
Hydrate first. Before coffee, before anything else, drink a glass of water. Helps wake up your system, starts you off balance.
Water first. Got it.
Then move your body. Doesn't have to be a full workout. Just a few minutes of stretching, maybe some yoga poses, a quick walk around the block. It anchors your morning in self-care.
Okay. And planning.
Yes, plan your day. Before emails or chaos hits, just identify your top 1 to 3 most important tasks. Where should your main focus go? It prevents feeling overwhelmed later.
Focus on the essentials. Good tip.
And feed your mind. Instead of grabbing your phone and scrolling social media,
Uh-oh.
try reading just a few pages of something stimulating, philosophy, a biography, whatever interests you, or listen to an insightful deep dive like this one. Start the day with intention.
Feed the mind, not just the feed. Okay. Anything else for mornings?
Maybe just a few minutes to reflect or journal. Quick thoughts, what you're grateful for, what your intention is for the day. Speed journaling helps with clarity.
Okay. Solid morning routine. What about evenings? Preparing for the next day.
Just as important, evening rituals set you up for success. Consistency is key here too, making it automatic.
It's like a wind down routine.
Exactly. First, unplug from technology. Set that digital curfew again, maybe an hour and 90 minutes before bed. Better sleep, better focus tomorrow.
Okay. Unplug then.
Plan your next day. Just spend 5-10 minutes outlining tomorrow's main tasks. You wake up knowing what needs doing, you can hit the ground running.
Less morning scramble. I like it.
Practice some mindfulness. A few minutes of quiet reflection, maybe focusing on your breath, simple meditation, helps you unwind and be present.
Calm the mind.
Get organized. Tidy up your workspace, your kitchen. Again, cluttered space, cluttered mind. A quick tidy helps you relax.
And allow for relaxation.
Yes, crucial. Allow downtime. Don't schedule every single minute. Build in time just to relax, read for pleasure, listen to music. Prevents burnout, recharges you.
Need that buffer.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, for evenings.
Back to basics. Prioritize sleep. Make sure your evening routine leads naturally into getting enough quality rest. It's the foundation for everything else.
Sleep is king.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about strategies we can use like right in the moment? Action strategies.
Okay, yeah. These are great for tackling procrastination head on. One is the simple just do it idea, broken down into small actions.
Like the 2-minute rule.
Exactly. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately. Or the 5-minute rule. If a task feels huge and overwhelming, just commit to working on it for only 5 minutes.
And often, once you start,
You keep going. Starting is the hardest part. Remember Anthony Trollope, the writer? He worked in 15-minute blocks. Small chunks build momentum.
okay, tiny actions. What else?
Practicing delayed gratification actively. Remember the 10-minute rule for cravings.
Right, wait 10 minutes before giving in.
Yeah. When you feel an urge to snack, to check your
Yeah.
phone, whatever, just tell yourself, okay, I'll wait 10 minutes. Often the urge just fades or weakens significantly. It trains that resistance muscle.
Building the muscle.
Yeah.
Cool. One more.
Temptation bundling. This one's clever. You pair something you want to do with something you should do but tend to put off. Like, you only allow yourself to listen to your favorite podcast while you're exercising, or you only watch your favorite guilty pleasure TV show while you're folding laundry.
Linking the pleasure to the chore. Sneaky.
It works. Makes the less desirable task more appealing.
Okay, these are great tools, but how do we keep it going? Sustain this discipline long term. It's easy to fall off track.
It is, and that's okay. The key is persistence. Seeing setbacks not as I failed, but as, okay, what did I learn?
Growth mindset stuff.
Totally. Failure just means you tried something, it didn't work as expected, now you have new information. It's a victory in learning. Adjust and keep going.
Okay, persistence.
Right.
What else helps keep us motivated?
Tracking your progress and celebrating achievements. It sounds simple, but seeing how far you've come is really motivating. Use a journal, a habit tracker app, whatever works for you.
And celebrate the wins, even small ones.
Especially small ones. Acknowledge them. Reward yourself. Maybe with experiences rather than just stuff. Like a nice day out instead of buying something. Especially if the reward aligns with your goals.
Right. Don't reward finishing a workout with a giant cake if your goal is health.
Exactly. It reminds me of what Warren Buffett supposedly said. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest.
Discipline over smarts sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for sustainability?
Learning to harness the power of no. Saying no to things that aren't essential, that don't align with your priorities. It protects your time and energy for what really matters.
Setting boundaries. That's discipline too.
It really is. And finally, don't try to do it all alone. Getting support. Talk to friends, family, maybe find an accountability partner.
Being vulnerable.
Yeah. Sharing your goals and struggles can actually strengthen your relationships and give you that extra encouragement when you need it most.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a lot today. This has been incredibly insightful.
It's a big topic.
It really is. So just to sort of wrap things up, remember that building self-discipline, it's really a journey, right? It's not like you suddenly arrive at Disciplineville.
No final destination.
No, it's built day by day through those consistent, small, purposeful actions we talked about. Choosing to lean in even just a little bit.
And doing it with self-compassion.
Absolutely. And when you do that consistently, you're not just building discipline, you're actually setting yourself up to achieve those dreams, feel better overall, have stronger relationships, basically live a more fulfilling life.
It connects to everything. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening to ponder.
Yeah, let's leave them with something to think about.
Okay, so as you reflect on everything we've discussed today, just consider this. What's one small intentional action you could choose to take today? Like maybe even in the next 5 minutes.
Just one small thing.
One small thing. To lean into a little bit of discomfort, to start shaping that disciplined future you want for yourself. Think about how that single action, however tiny it seems, could be the start of some really powerful momentum.
That's a fantastic question to end on. Just one small step.
That's all it takes to begin.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive today. We really hope these ideas give you some practical steps you can take in your own life.
Keep practicing your English. Keep applying these ideas.
Absolutely. We wish you all the best on your journey, and we look forward to our next deep dive together.